Welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today we're taking a look at Microsoft stock, and we're going to be analyzing the news and the chart data. So let's jump right in. Starting with the news, it looks like Microsoft had a decent run-up recently, with shares closing at $410.60 on Wednesday, August 28th. However, there was some insider selling recently, with Satya Nadella, CEO, selling $6.0 worth of stock at $417 per share, and Bradford Smith, president, selling $20 worth of shares at $412 per share. While that doesn't necessarily mean anything, it's worth noting, and analysts appear to be mostly bullish on the stock for the long term, despite the recent dip. Microsoft's CapEx has increased, indicating investment in AI and cloud projects, which could drive long-term growth, but investors may be concerned about the short-term impact on earnings. Despite the recent dip in price, some analysts believe that Microsoft is well-positioned to benefit from the potential weakening of Google's dominance in the search market following an antitrust ruling. Overall, the news suggests a mixed picture, with some bullish sentiment around long-term growth, but also some concerns regarding short-term earnings and the impact of increased CapEx. Let's see what the charts have to say about all this. Looking at the daily chart for Microsoft, we can see a nice uptrend starting in August of 2023, with prices steadily rising from around $320 to nearly $433 in May of this year. Then we saw a sharp drop back down to $320, likely due to the insider selling we discussed earlier. However, the price bounced back up in late July, suggesting there might be some support around this $320 level. The daily chart also shows us resistance around $430, where we saw the price bounce off of in May. The price is currently trading well above the $320 support level, but is still below the $430 resistance level. This suggests that Microsoft is in a consolidation phase for the moment, and the price could bounce off of either the support or resistance level, depending on what happens in the news and market sentiment. Let's zoom in on the hourly chart and see what we can find. Looking at the past 24 hours, we see a significant dip in price, falling from $417 to $410, before rebounding back up to $417.55. This suggests that there's strong support around this $410 level, which makes sense considering the recent insider selling. We also see some resistance around $417.55, which is where we saw the price top out today. The hourly chart is showing a bit more volatility than the daily chart, but it's still clear that there's strong support around the $410 level. Let's switch to the 15-minute chart to see if we can find any short-term trading opportunities. Here we can see that the price has been consolidating between $412 and $414 for the past 3 hours. This tight range suggests that there's a lot of uncertainty in the market, and it's hard to predict which way the price will break out. However, if the price breaks out above $414, we could see a short-term move up to $417.55, the resistance level we saw on the hourly chart. On the other hand, if the price breaks down below $412, we could see a short-term move down to $410, the support level we saw on the hourly chart. Traders should be mindful of this short-term volatility and look for clear signals before entering any trades. So, what's the bottom line? The news is mixed, with some bullish sentiment around long-term growth, but also some concerns regarding short-term earnings and the impact of increased CapEx. The charts are showing that Microsoft is in a consolidation phase, with strong support around the $410 level and resistance around $417.55 on the hourly chart, and $320 and $430 on the daily chart. The short-term outlook is uncertain, with the price consolidating in a tight range on the 15-minute chart. Traders should be mindful of this volatility and look for clear signals before entering any trades. If the price breaks out above $414 on the 15-minute chart, we could see a short-term move up to $417.55. If the price breaks down below $412 on the 15-minute chart, we could see a short-term move down to $410. In the long term, Microsoft is likely to continue its uptrend, but it will likely face resistance around the $430 level. Keep an eye on the news and the charts for any signs of a breakout or breakdown, and be prepared to adjust your trading strategy accordingly. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe to explain the charts for more in-depth stock market analysis.